the Prince of Vraj, an appeal to the Prince of Vraj. And what do we want from him? Kankshita me krishishta, which means, please fulfill my desire. Now you must think, what desire? What we are talking about here is the spiritual desires of the devotees to serve the Lord. To serve the Lord in their eternal identity. So here it says, may the young prince of Raj, whose bodily luster defeats the pride of a monsoon cloud, the luster of whose garment defeats that of the filaments of a lotus flower, and the moon of whose childhood becomes afflicted when he sees the sun of his adolescence rising, may he fulfill my desire. May the young prince of Raj, who constantly stirs innumerable life airs of his father, who is the embodiment of his mother's great maternal love, and who is the nectar wick for the eyes of his favorable superiors, fulfill my desire. May the young prince of Raj, who is the foremost and most splendid guru of all charming arts in the whole universe, who is the most elevated resting place of valorous transcendental bliss, and who delights his innumerable friends with all his matchless attributes, fulfill my desire. May the young prince of Raj, who by twanging the bow of his eyebrows causes waves of agitation in the minds of the young girls that are hard to generate, even by trillions of cupids, and who is the ocean in which the fish-like hearts of his dear friends play, fulfill my desire. May the young prince of Raj, whose gold-like eyes blissfully strike and agitate the elephant of erotic desires, thus causing it to wreak havoc in the depth of the lake of Sri Radha's heart, and who is the bumblebee who relishes the honey of Rasika-loving pastimes, fulfill my desire. May the young prince of Raj, whose constant love for Sri Radha defeats even the constant passionate love of the pairs of Chakravaka flamingos, since they are separated at night, while Krishna can meet Radha day and night, and who is the ocean wherein all the honey rivers of sweetness stream, may he fulfill my desire. May the young prince of Raj, whose indomitable lordly elephant heart, which cannot be checked by anything within the three worlds, is bound by the strong and crooked ropes of Sri Radha's glance, and whose face smiles as he hears the blissful jokes of talkative Vishaka, fulfill my desire. May the young prince of Raj, who by embarrassing, something wrong here. May the young prince of Raj, who embarrasses Radha by revealing his intimate pastimes with her, telling one girlfriend, "Oh Saki, just see how your Saki's waist bells shine," even though she quickly and hypocritically put them on again after suddenly meeting you in solitude at Dham. May he fulfill my desire. Sri Krishna, who knows the flavors of Sri Vrindavaneshwari Radhika's prema, will be pleased with anyone who carefully and with a satisfied heart recites these 8 verses that describe the excellent enjoyments of the young prince of Raj, and will count him by name amongst his own intimate associates. So, this is what we would like. We would like to be one of Krishna's associates. We are in one sense, but we have forgotten, and covered by these modes of material nature, we are loitering in this world. So, the Acharyas, Srila Rupa Goswami, they have given us these wonderful prayers to cultivate the true desire of the heart. And by cultivating this desire to serve Krishna transcendentally, all the other desires to enjoy in this material world will die. Hari Hari. Do you want to hear more or not? We are going to take now a very beautiful ashtaka. We should enter into Vrindavan in order to relish all these beautiful prayers. So to enter Vrindavan, we need the blessings of Braja Mandala. We need the blessings of Giriraj. And we need the blessings of Yamuna. So we are going to sing, and this will be very nice here because you can sing along. Whereas some of the verses we heard before were a little crooked, irregular. This is a very regular composition, and we will be singing it, and you will be able to follow it. Except that the diacritics are not correct, Prabhuji, on this. Can you try to change the font? Which font is this? Can you check? This is not the diacritics are not coming here. So what I will do is I will sing one verse so that you hear the tune, and then we won't be able to read it like this though, Hari Prabhu. What is this? Oh. Okay, so while he's fixing this, we will do something else. Yesterday I promised you that we are going to hear the verses of Rupa Goswami when he was in, where? Jagannath Puri. Yes, when he was in Jagannath Puri. So we will do this first, Hari Prabhu. In the meantime, try to find the proper diacritics for that work. So first of all, we will hear the prayer glorifying Chaitanya Mahaprabhu that Rupa Goswami offered, which owned him some anger of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Why anger? Because usually Chaitanya Mahaprabhu asked him, can you please tell us a verse describing your Ishtadev, your worshipable Lord. And so Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Rupa Goswami gave this verse. And who is the Ishtadev of Rupa Goswami? Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So, and you know, he is Channa avatar, the hidden avatar. So he did not, at least outwardly, appreciate to be revealed. So this is a very, very beautiful verse which appears, I think, a few times in Chaitanya Charitamrita, beginning with the very, very first chapters. This is the first chapter itself. It comes in the Mangalacharan. It is Chaitanya Charitamrita Adi Lila, chapter 1, verse 4. Most of you will know this verse. It's very famous. Anarpita charim chirat karunaya vatirna kala samarpayitu munnato jvalarasam svabhakti shiyam Hari purata sundara jyutikadamba sandipita Sada hridaya kandare spuratuva sachinandana Shachinandana. May the Supreme Lord, who is known as the son of Srimati Shachi Devi, Be transcendently situated in the innermost chambers of your heart. Resplendent with the radiance of molten gold, he has appeared in the age of Kali by his causeless mercy to bestow what no incarnation had ever offered before, the most sublime and radiant mellow of devotional service, the mellow of conjugal love. So this is a beautiful prayer, and it is a blessing also. What does it say? May Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appear within your heart. So, why is that? Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur has made a comment on this, that without the mercy of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, one cannot describe the pastimes of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, or one cannot speak about him. So even if we just are, just meaning we are doing some preaching, some simple introduction of Krishna consciousness to people, we should know that nothing can be done in Krishna consciousness without the empowerment of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So here, therefore, he says, Srila Rupa Goswami said, may Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who is exactly like a lion that kills all the elephants of material desire, be awakened within everyone's heart. For by his merciful blessings, one can understand the transcendental pastime of Krishna. I would invite everyone to actually learn this. It's a very beautiful verse. Then, now we are going to hear what Mahaprabhu was singing at the Ratha Yatra. This was from a Kavya Prakash. This is a mundane song, a love song between a lover and the beloved. A young lady here is remembering the times when she was associating in her youth with her lover. And she met him again later on, but you know, he had grown old and he had all these wrinkles and he had all this beard and he had a big belly. I'm extrapolating. So she meets him later on in her life in a completely different situation. And so she laments, oh, it's nice to see you today, but it was much better before. You know how in the material world the feelings transform sometimes. So let us see. Mahaprabhu is singing right in front of Lord Jagannath. And he is in ecstasy while singing this. Yah Komara Hara Sa Eva Hivarasta Eva Chaitra Kshapas Te Konmilita Malati Surabhayan Praudha Kadamba Nila Sacheva Smitathapi Tatra Surata Vyapara Lila Vidha Revarodha Siveta Sita Rutale Cheta Samutkanthate. Yakomara Hara. That same person, Kaumara Hara, the thief of my heart during my youth, that very personality who stole my heart during my youth is now again before me. He is now again my master. Meaning there is a meeting taking place. And these are the same moonlit nights of the month of Chaitra. There is the same fragrance of malati flowers and the same sweet breezes are flowing from the Kadamba forest. In our intimate relationship, I am also the same lover, yet Still my mind is not happy here. I am eager to go back to that place on the bank of the river, under the Dasi tree. That is my desire. So Srila Rupa Goswami heard these words and he understood the mood of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was in the mood of Radha. And he saw Lord Jagannath as Krishna. Which Krishna? Dwarka Krishna, who came to Kurukshetra and they met together. But it is described in Srimad Bhagavatam, Krishna was surrounded by horses and soldiers and elephants, and he was wearing shoes. He was dressed like a prince. He looked the same because Krishna is Navayovana. He didn't have the belly and the wrinkles. He looked the same. He was still very beautiful. But he was a prince, not the prince of Raj, the prince of Dwarka. And he was followed by a retinue of servants. So here is, now this is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu expressing himself with the heart of Srimati Radharani. Priya soyam Krishna sahachari kurukshetra militas tatha hamsa radha tamidam ubhayo sangama sukham tathapyanta khelam madhura murali pancha majushe manome kalindi pulina vipinaya sprihayati. Radha is talking to a Sakhi. My dear friend, now I have met my very old and dear friend Krishna on this field of Kurukshetra. I am the same Radharani, and now we are meeting together. It is so pleasant. But I would still like to go back to the bank of the Yamuna, beneath the trees of the forest there. I wish to hear the vibration of his flute playing the fifth note within that forest of Vrindavan. Priya soyam Krishna sahachari kurukshetra militas tathaham saradha tamidam ubayo sangama sukham tathapyanta khelam madhura murali pancha majushe manome kalindi pulina vipinaya sprihayati. These are the feelings and mood of Srimati Radharani. Rupa Goswami wrote these words on the palm leaf after returning from the Ratha Yatra. And he tucked the leaf into the roof of the hut where he was staying with Haridas Thakur. And he went to take bath. It was 12 o'clock. He went for bath. Sandhya Snan. He went for bath. And while he was away, who came by? Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He came calling, Rupa, Haridas. He came in. No Rupa, no Haridas, nobody was there. He just looked inside the hut, no one is there. And as he was looking around, very tall, his eyes met this palm leaf coming out, and he was always very curious to hear the compositions of Rupa. So he pulled it and he looked at it and he was like, what is this? This is talking about me? My feelings? Who knows my feelings? Then he sat there and he waited until Rupa returned. And Rupa came back, offered his obeisances, and Mahaprabhu, what he did? Slap. What have you done? How could you know? How could you know my heart? One more verse, this one was spoken by Haridas. Was spoken by Haridas Thakur. No, sorry, it was not spoken by Haridas Thakur. It was spoken by Rupa, and it put Haridas Thakur in ecstasy. He began to cry, he began to roll on the ground, tremble. He began to display symptoms of ecstasy. You know, Haridas is Namacharya. He used to chant all day. He would chant constantly. So, and this, what Rupa Goswami is chanting here, is the glory of the holy name. So when Haridas Thakur heard it, a complete transformation took place in him and he became mad. Tunde tandavinhiratim vitanute tundavali labdhaye karna krodha kadambini ghatayate karna buddhebhya spriham cheta prangana sangini vijayate sarvendriyanam kritim no jane janita kiyad viramrita krishna iti varnadvayi. I do not know how much nectar these two-syllable Krishna have produced. When the holy name of Krishna is chanted, it appears to dance within the mouth. We then desire many, many mouths. When that name enters the whole of the ears, we desire many millions of ears. And when the holy name dances in the courtyard of the heart, it conquers the activities of the mind, and therefore all the senses become inert. Hari Hari! Does this happen to us? Yes? Somebody says. This is the Shuddhanama, the chanting of the Shuddhanam. Where is the Yamunashtakam? Are we ready? Yes? Okay. So let us sing together. I will sing the first verse one time, so you hear the melody, and then I will again repeat the first verse and we sing together. Huh? This is very, very beautiful glorification of Yamuna Devi, who very happily traverses the land of Raja. Sri Yamunashtaka, 8 prayers glorifying Sri Yamuna. Bhatunantakasya pattane vipatti harini prekshayati papinopi papa sindhutarini niramadhuri virapya sesha chitta bandhini mam punatu sarvadara bhinda bandhu nandini bhraturanta pattane vipatti harini prekshayati papinopi papa sindhutarini niramadhuri bhirasya chitta bandhini mam punatu sarvadara bhinda bandhu nandini harivari dharaya bhimandritor khandava pundarika mandalodya dandachali khandava snanakama pamarogra papa sampadandhini mam punatu sarvadara bhinda bandhu nandini shikara vimrishta jantu durvipaka mardini nandanandanantaranga bhakti pura mardini tira sangama bilasi mangalanumandini mam punatu sarvadara bhinda bandhu nandini Deepa Chakravala Jushta Sapta Sindhu Bherini Shri Mukunda Nirmitoru Divya Keli Vedini Kanti Kandali Virindra Nila Vrindanandini Mam Punatu Sarvadara Vinda Bandhu Nandini Maturena Mandalena Charuna Bhimandita Premanatha Veshwaratva Bhadanaya Pandita Urmitar Vilasa Padmanabha Padavandini Mam Punatu Sarvadara Vindavandhu Nandini Dhamyatira Rambamana Gokadamba Bhushita Divya Gandha Bhakadamba Pushparaji Rushita Nanda Sonu Bhakta Sangha Sangama Vinandini Mam Punatu Sarvadara Vinda Bandhu Nandini Pullapaksha Mallikaksha Hansa Laksha Kujita Bhakti Vidya Deva Siddha Kinnarali Kujita Tira Gandha Vaha Gandha Janma Bandharandini Mam Punatu Sarvadara Vinda Bandhu Nandini Chidvilasa Varipura Bhurbhuva Swarapini Kirtitapi Durmadoru Papa Marmatapini Ballavenda Nandananga Hanga Bhanga Gandhini Mam Punatu Sarvadara Vinda Bandhu Nandini Tushta Buddhi Rashtakena Nirmaloni Cheshtitam Tvamanena Bhanu Putri Sarvadeva Veshtitam Yasapiti Ghata Yasva Sarva Papa Mochane Bhakti Puramasya Devi Pundarika Lokshane Bhakti Puramasya Devi Pundarika Lochane. May Sri Yamuna, who is the daughter of Surya Dev, who saves one from having to enter the city of her brother Yamaraj, the sight of whom enables the most sinful persons to cross the ocean of sin, and the sweetness of whose water charms the heart of everyone, always purify me. May Sri Yamuna, who is the daughter of Surya Dev, who decorates the great Khandava forest with a stream of pleasant waters, who is filled with lotus flowers and dancing birds, and who blinds the terrible sins of they who desire to bathe in her, always purify me. May Sri Jamuna, who is the daughter of Surya Dev, a drop of whose water destroys the sinful reaction of the people, who creates a great flood of confidential, pure devotional service to Lord Nanda Nandana, and who brings auspiciousness to they who desire to live on her shore. Purify me. May Sri Jamuna, who is the daughter of Surya Dev, who devised the 7 oceans and 7 continents, who witnessed many of Lord Mukunda's transcendental pastimes, and whose splendor rebukes a host of sapphires, always purify me. May Sri Jamuna, who is the daughter of Surya Dev, who is decorated by the beautiful district of Mathura, who expertly protects they who follow the path of devotional service, and who, with the playful motions of the waves that are arms, offers respectful obeisances to Lord Padmanabhava's lotus feet. Always purify me. May Sri Jamuna, who is the daughter of Suryadev, whose charming shores are decorated with many lowing cows, who is filled with many splendid and fragrant kadamba flowers, and who is delighted to have the company of Lord Krishna's devotees, always purify me. May Sri Yamuna, who is the daughter of Suryadev, who is filled with the warblings of thousands of joyful Mallikaksha swans, who is worshipped by the Vaishnavas, the Devas, the Siddhas, and Kinnaras, and the slightest scent of the fragrant bees moving on whose shores stops the cycle of repeated birth and death, always purify me. May Sri Yamuna, who is the daughter of Suryadev, who is the famous, splendid, spiritual river flowing through the Bhuva, Swaha planets, who burns away the greatest sins, and who is fragrant with scented ointments from Lord Krishna's transcendental body, always purify me. O lotus-eyed one, O daughter of Suryadev, O rescuer from all sins, please flood with pure devotional service that person who, reciting these 8 verses with a cheerful heart, glorifies you, whose waves are pure and splendid, and who is accompanied by all the demigods. Sri Jamuna Mai Ki. So, dear devotees, time-wise, we have come to the end of our session. Is anyone crying? Should we stop here? Hungry? Hungry for what? It is time. The longing of the pure devotees is to roam in this forest of Raj in search of Krishna. Of course, Srila Prabhupada told us, don't look for Krishna behind the bush. This is where Krishna here, where Krishna is. When we hear, we see Krishna through the ear. We become eager to meet him through the ear. So this is the transcendental lamentation of Srila Rupa Goswami here. He is aspiring. Like we were, I think it was yesterday, we heard of Sri Rupa Manjari Pada. We said this is a song which is in the category of Siddhi Lalasa, desiring transcendental perfection. So this prayer here, we are going to hear just one verse. It is aspiring for the stage of bhava. It is aspiring for perfection. When the heart cannot think of anything else but Krishna. And it is expressing feelings of separation. Kada vrindaranye mihira duhitu sangamahite muhur brahmam charitalahari gokulapate lapan uccair nayana payasam venibhiraham karishye sotkanto nividamupasekam vitapina. When, oh when, in the Vrindavan forest, which is glorified by the Yamuna's touch, will I continually wander, filled with the longings of love, loudly chanting the transcendental pastimes of Gokul's king, Krishna, and thickly sprinkling the trees with streams of tears from eyes. Hari Hari. But we are not exactly like this. Srila Rupa Goswami says, although nectar flows through the Puranas in the form of Krishna Katha, my mind is attracted by something else. The truth is, I am just like a foolish calf, you know? That's a little goat. But foolish calf. The cowherd man has come and he's taking all the cows to drink in the river. The cows have been roaming in the pastures. The sun has come up. They are thirsty. The cowherd man knows what they need. He takes them to the river to drink. But there is that little foolish calf. Instead of following the flock and listening to the cowherd man, what he does? But he takes off for the jungle. Let me find water. I can. Let me find water. What happens to him? As he walks and walks and walks, he gets lost, loses the herd. And as he walks through the forest, he happened to see some water in a pit. There is an old well. And he looks inside and he sees the water and his reflection also. So he becomes attracted. He wants the water. So first of all, you know how they bend their legs the other way? He bends his knees and he is on the side of the well and he tries to get the water, but he can't get the water. It's far inside. So finally he falls into the well. And there he enjoys a drop of water, but after that he can't come out. So this is our pitiful situation. Apis Apis paramode pratipada sudha koti madhure Purana gramantar vahati tavalila rasa jhare Mano vatsa patam vishaya vishagarte vishati me Kripayascha turlam damayatama kapate. This is a prayer to the Lord of the Cows. Tarnakapate. Although the very sweet nectar stream of your transcendental pastime swiftly flows through the Puranas, the calf of my mind has now entered a ditch to drink the poison of material sense happiness. O Lord of the calves, please quickly curb him with the stick of your mercy. Hari Hari. This is beautiful expression. Okay, we won't. Why this is happening? Why we are not attracted? Because in our heart there is no prema. Not only there is no prema, even sadhana bhakti is not there. Proper. We are not yogis. We are not jnanis. We are not even good karmis. The proof is we have taken birth in the age of Kali. We are all papi. Nimna jati. We have taken lower birth in this age of Kali. And so, because of all this disqualification, there is no hope to ever attain the lotus feet of Krishna. But still, there is a hope. What is the hope? Krishna's compassion. When I look at myself and all my disqualification, I cry pitifully. Self-pity. I feel hopeless. But then when I hear of Krishna's great merciful nature, the hope in my heart revives. And I feel great joy. And I cry tears of happiness. But suddenly I remember my disqualification. And again, I am drowned in an ocean of misery. Then again I hear from the merciful devotees of the glories of the Lord. And I become all excited. This is the life of the Bhava Bhakta. This verse appears, guess where? In Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu. This describes one of the 9 characteristics of Bhava Bhakta. It is known as Asha Bandha. Asha Bandha. Prabhupada translates it as hope against hope. Na prema shravanadi bhaktirapibha yogottava vaishnavo jnanam va shubhakarma va kiyadaho sajjatirapyastiva hinarthadhika sadhake tvai tatha pyacheda mulasati he gopi janavallabha vyatayate ha ha madasevama. Oh my Lord, I do not have any love for you, nor am I qualified for discharging devotional service by chanting and hearing, nor do I possess the mystic power of a Vaishnava, knowledge or pious activities, nor do I belong to a very high caste family. On the whole, I do not possess anything. Still, O beloved of the gopis, because you bestow your mercy on the most fallen, I have an unbreakable hope that is constantly in my heart. That hope is always giving me pain. Na prema shravanadi bhaktirapira yogottama vaishnavo jnanamba shubhakarma kiyadahu sajjatirapyastiva hinarthadika sadhake tvaitatha yachedya mula sati he gopi janavallabhavyatayate ha ha madashaivama. Jai Srila Rupa Goswami ki. We stop here, or you give me 2 minutes more? Then we shall go somewhere. Where should we go? We go to the Talavan forest. With whom? Only Krishna? Krishna, Balaram, all the Sakhas. Part of the compilation of Rupa Goswami is he has summarized the pastimes of Vrindavan, Krishna in Vrindavan. He has summarized these pastimes, has given their essence. Sapatu mam yastrina raja raji paler virajan vraja raja puttaha sukhani chandrakahara sakhinam chakrivatam chakra udasya chakre. May the shiny son of Nanda, who holds a chakra in his hand, who made his friends happy with the fruit from the tala tree, who killed a group of donkey demons, protect me. Jayadhenu lakshashata gupti daksha vanamandalanta manusitya kantam vanamandalanta manusitya kantam upalabdha chakrita keli varsha baladeva gita gana sakichita vanaraji rupa pachupala bhupa krita pakshivara charitanikaya drita mitra rangala savarga angan. O Krishna, expert at protecting millions of cows, please manifest your excellence. Who is speaking here? The Sakhas. It is the Sakhas. O Krishna, joyful at the edge of the beautiful forest. O Krishna, performer of a shower of pastimes. O Krishna, who praised the cool, dense forest to please Balaram. O King of the cowherds. O Krishna, blissful with friends by imitating the action of birds. O Krishna, whose limbs became attractive with the bliss of rasa. So, this is summarizing Krishna's entrance with his devotees, the Sakhas, in the forest of Vrindavan at the age of 6. Tathastapo gandavayo sita vraje babhuvatusta pashupala sammata gascharayanto sakibhi padam pader Vrindavanam punyamativa chakrato. In the 15th chapter of the 10th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, Krishna fights for the permission to herd the cows. And he goes out to the forest. And he begins his pastimes in the forest. Very happy to enter the forest. So many of his devotees are waiting. Which devotees are waiting in the forest? Which devotees are waiting in the forest? The trees, the deer, the birds, all the wild animals who cannot come to the village. Every day they would come to the edge of the forest and they would see, try to catch a glimpse of Kumara, Krishna. But they could not come close. And when Krishna became 6 years old, he came. He entered the forest and they received him. How did they receive him? They shed their flowers on the way. The birds chanted. The trees bowed down and manifested new leaves, flowers, fruit. All the animals came close. The peacocks danced and shed their plumes as offerings. The cuckoos sang. So this was very blissful time. And seeing all this, Krishna spoke to Balaram. What did he say? Ahami deva varamararchitam padam bhujante sumana phalarhanam namantu padaya shikhabiratmanas tamopahatyai tarujanna yatkritam. He said, oh Balaram, look how these trees are bowing down before you. They have recognized you, the Lord of all the demigods. They are offering their flutes and flowers at your feet. Our acharyas explain this is parokshavad. Instead of Krishna saying, oh, thank you, trees, thank you, cuckoos, thank you, deer, he says, Balaram, see how they are offering their pranaman to you. So further, the devotees, they began, here also it explained in this summary that they started imitating all the birds and the animals and they started playing. Then Rupa Goswami continues, Purumalla yodha patuba hurutta baladurduroda nija mitra kuta yamuna upakula tarurajimuna padabhadra sena krita dukta pena patalana kalpa brahma pushpatalpa varamadya sukta suridali gupta. O Krishna, who defeated your friends of unrestricted strength by your 2 arms, expert at intense wrestling. So this is what they were doing in the forest, imitating the animals and then sometimes wrestling. And do you think it was easy for Krishna to win over the coward boys when they were fighting? No, not at all. Why? They are empowered. By whom? By him. They are empowered by him. So they have so much strength that they can wrestle with him. And sometimes they win. Sometimes Krishna and Balaram would wrestle with the coward boys. Sometimes the coward boys would wrestle and Krishna and Balaram would stand just like in the Krishna Balaram Mandir. With Balaram with his hand on the shoulder of Krishna. And they would watch and laugh and encourage the boys to fight. Oh Krishna, who took rest on a fresh flower bed, white as foam, made by Bhadrasena, under the trees on the bank of the Yamuna. Oh Krishna, protected there by your friends. So this is, sometimes they would get tired, no? They would do Julan, imitation of the frog. They would climb on the trees, jump in the water. Of course, they didn't want Yashoda to come along. She would have said, no, no. So after doing all this and fighting, then they rest. And the coward boys, they prepare a very soft bed made of petal flowers, newly grown leaves, mosses, at the foot of a tree. Sometimes the roots of the trees, they come out. That's the pillow. Or Krishna would use the thigh of a coward boy and even of Balaram as a pillow. And the boys would fan with what? Panka? No, 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 no. A big leaf found in the pond, while others would sing. And in the Bhagavatam it said, we cannot imagine what pious activities these boys had performed. Vrishabhanubhata mriduraganata kalagita rishta subala bhiblishta krita padmaninda charanaravinda vitapatana paribhijamana. O Krishna, joyful on hearing the delicate songs that the boys are singing with the gentle raga concerning your pastimes, especially those sung by Vrishabha, one of Krishna's sakas. Oh Krishna, whose lotus feet, which deride the lotus, were massaged by Subal. Oh Krishna, fanned by small branches of flowering Ashoka trees. Paripakvatala phalalubdha bala kalavakya rudha hasitopagudha mukhatara kesha dhrita vira vesha ghanatungatala vipinantaralam upalabdha rama satitatma dhama dhuta gornadagrata nagat samagra palavrinda pata krita harcha jata palavrinda pata krita harcha jata. O Krishna, whose face was embraced by a smile because of the soft words of the boys, greedy for the ripe tal fruit. O Krishna, who assumed the stance of a warrior. O Krishna, who approached the center of the forest, dense with huge tal trees. O Krishna, happy when the fruits of the tal trees all fell after you shook them with strength along with Balaram. They were roaming in the forest, herding the cows. Then one day, when it was the tal fruit season, from 8 kilometers away, the smell of the fragrance of the tal fruit entered the nostrils of the Gopals. And they went to Krishna and they said, Rama Rama Mahabaho Krishna Dushta Nibarhana Ito Vidure Sumahad Vanam Talali Sankulam Vanam Talali Sankulam. They said, oh Rama Rama Mahabaho, mighty armed one, oh Krishna Dushta Nibarhana, destroyer of the miscreants. Already they are preparing them, you see. What will be the pastime? It will involve Mahabahu and the destruction of some demon. They are preparing the field. Then they say, not far from here, is a very great forest filled with rows of palm trees. Phalani tatra bhurini patanti patitani cha santi kintva varuthani dhenukena duratmana. They say, in that Talavan forest, many fruits are falling from the trees, and many are already lying on the ground. But there is a problem. What is the problem? The fruits are being guarded by the evil Dhenuka. Krishna and Balaram become interested. Oh, an evil? Then the boys say, wait, where is that? Oh, it is not marked here. Then they say, then this, there is a verse, it's not written here. There is a verse which says that the fruits are guarded by this uh, uh, demon, huge demon. And he is together with his family of huge demons, very dangerous demons. And he is in the form of an ass. You can laugh because Krishna and Balaram started laughing. Such a powerful demon, and he's in the form of an ass. So they went, and who went first into the forest? Balaram. He entered first, and in fact, he is the one who will kill Dhenuka. And he entered, and he shook the trees. And we hear, Phalanam patatam shabdam. You know the word patata? Patatam, patatam, patatam. This is the sound of something which is falling on the ground. Phalanam patatam shabdam. Hearing the sound of the fruit falling on the ground. This Rishabha, this donkey, he was awakened. He was having a nap. So he came, and then there was a fight. So this is what is being described here. Only one or two verses left. Then there is a long verse here. Pina pina barudgater anudinam yakshira purer balan ambojaksha vidam bayanti nividam kshiram budher vaibhavam tasam rajata ganda shaila patali pandutisham mandalam dhenunam paripalayantam atavi kunje bhavantam bhaje. O lotus-eyed Krishna, I worship you who play in the forest bowers, who herd the groups of cows which deride the wealth of milk ocean by the mass of milk coming from their full udders, and which are as white as a host of silver Gandashala mountains. This is actually the last verse. All right, devotees, we stop here. And thank you so much for coming. Thank you so much for honoring our the poetries of Srila Rupa Goswami. Let us sing this verse that Srila Prabhupada has kindly given us. Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamaiham Dadati Swapadantikam. Oh, when, will Srila Rupa Goswami, who knows within his heart and has revealed the mood of Lord Chaitanya and the identity of Lord Chaitanya, and who knows his mission, oh, when, will he bestow his mercy upon me. Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Thus end our session for this third day of the Rupotsava. We have one more day Anyone ready for one more day? Yes? No? Only few. Tomorrow is the last day of our Rupotsava, and we will be going to Ter Kadamba, the place of bhajan, principal place of bhajan of Srila Rupa Goswami. The bus departure will be what time? 8 baje. Is it 9? Okay, 9. 9 o'clock. Now that's for those who are on time, okay? For those who are late, you can hitchhike. So 9 o'clock, we are leaving for Ter Kadamba. It will take approximately 1 hour, 15 minutes to get there. And once arriving there, we will have a whole day program. How much program? Whole day. Every day we increase a little bit, little bit, little bit, little bit. We are practicing. So when we reach there, first of all, we will offer Guru Puja to Srila Rupa Goswami in his bhajan sthali. Then there will be lectures. A lecture by Sarvabhauma Prabhu and a lecture by Bhakti Damodar Maharaj. Then there will be a Bhoga offering. And I would encourage all of you, you have time today, tomorrow morning, before departure, please prepare something or bring something for Srila Rupa Goswami. Tomorrow is his actual disappearance day on Dasi. So you can bring offerings, even if it's fruit, nuts, but please do not purchase any cooked items. You can prepare yourself. And after the Bhoga offering, we will offer Arti, Maha Arti to Srila Rupa Goswami. And then there will be Mahaprasad. Better keep a little fast today. There will be Mahaprasada, overflowing Mahaprasada. And unlike usual programs, we will not end the program after Prasadam. We will start the main part of the program after Prasadam. At 3 p.m., we will sit down for a Khanda Kirtan. 6 hours of Kirtan, Hare Krishna Mahamantra Kirtan. Hare Hare Bol, which will culminate in the end with the singing of Sri Rupa Manjari Pada. In between this kirtan, during this kirtan, we will offer Pushpa Abhishek to Shri Krishna Balaram and Shri Radha Govinda. And we will also offer 351 Deep Otsava. So please be ready to come for that day. It is tomorrow. Tomorrow means, first time I came to India, I tried to learn Hindi. So I told them, how do you say yesterday? And they said, Kal. Then I asked, how do you say today? Then they said, Aaj. Then I said, I was writing, how do you say tomorrow? And they said, Kal. I said, wait a minute. You said Kal was yesterday. I said, no, Kal is also tomorrow. Kal is yesterday and it is also tomorrow. So it's like you ask somebody, did you do it yesterday? And they say, yes, I will do it tomorrow. So tomorrow, therefore, definition is you sleep one night and it is tomorrow. Otherwise, Kal means not now. It doesn't indicate any precise time. May I ask Sarvabhauma Prabhu whether you want to say something, add something? Please give him the microphone.